Welcome to It's On Halifax with your hosts, Mark Adam and Pat King. It's On Halifax is brought to you by Maladjusted Media and Oasis on Spring Garden Road.
Welcome to another week of It's On Halifax, everybody. I'm one of your hosts, Pat King, and sitting very stalwart to my left...
I'm Mark Adam.
I'm Mark Adam. Put the rabbit down, Lenny. We are alive to bring you another broadcast for another week. Sometimes people are amazed by that fact.
I'm typically amazed by it. It very often catches me off guard.
Not without our bumps and bruises and broken bones.
Yeah. Speaking of,
yeah, I had a wonderful weekend, and it all started on Thursday when I was at my favorite bar, the Oasis Pub and Grill, having a wonderful time, and shattered 2 knuckles on the punching machine. Use at your own risk, everybody. Also, don't be an idiot.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I failed, because I wasn't even drunk.
Don't be a dumbass.
I only got drunk after the break. I was like, ow, that really hurt. And painkiller. Nom, nom, nom.
Yeah, that's the funniest part about the whole story is how you were actually sober when it all happened.
I know. It was, yeah.
That is the funniest part.
I had one beer in me. Only I would be able to do something like that.
And you smashed the shit out of your phone, also sober.
Yes, also sober, which happened directly before breaking my hand on the punching machine. And I feel like the glass had taken, like... My phone had no right to be in one piece up until now. There's no way. But it feels like I dropped it just the right way so that all the accumulated pressure of every time I've ever dropped it before just came out. Whole screen just shattered.
Yeah.
I'm like,
well, you know what's funny is that yesterday, like, I live on the 8th floor, and Amy dropped her phone off the balcony from the 8th floor.
And it was fine.
It bounced.
She had an otter case?
Otterbox.
Otterbox, yeah. See, that's more or less what they do to test those things out. That's par for the course.
Yeah, I suppose, eh? That said, let's get into some actual topics here. If you, we're just coming off our 1-year anniversary.
Hooray!
Hooray! Also, Emily's not here with us today.
Sad
Again,
face.
After I made fun of her last week for missing so many episodes over the year, because we were going, oh yeah, Emily wasn't with us again. And Emily wasn't with us again. And Emily wasn't with us again. So maybe she was just like, well, fuck those guys. No, she's moving some furniture around. She's got shit on the go today.
Well,
so.
you know, we're busy people. But usually, we're so hungover on Sunday morning that, you know, we've got nothing better to do.
Yeah. More or less. More or less.
Yeah. We should have some entertaining things to share with our listeners this week of our nonsensical escapades. So
yes,
look out for
our
that.
lives are
just one big joke.
Yeah. There was a thing I saw on the internet, because the internet is amazing.
Whoa, there's things?
There's things on the internet.
We're on the internet.
I know.
My God.
We're one of those things.
Yeah.
That said, it was that stupidity could be seen from space. And it's a little photo album. It's on our Facebook page if you go have a look at it. Even from space, you park like a douche. And it's a series of pictures that are progressively more zoomed in from a satellite. And it eventually zooms into a parking lot where a guy's parked over 2 spaces. And he's the only one in the whole parking lot. It's funny to me.
Yeah. It's astronauts with too much time on their hands.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what we're spending all that money on the space program for.
Wait, and what is this? A man calls 911 to report his McDonald's order?
Yeah, a McDouble cheeseburger lands a man in jail because he's a McMoron. That's what I would have titled this. The actual article title is called Idiot Calls 911 to Report Wrong McDonald's Order. And if you watch the video, which is available, like the link's on the Facebook page as well, facebook.com/itsonhalifax for those of you that don't know. But it's on there. And it's so funny. This guy's like, I called McDonald's I called 911. I went into McDonald's and I ordered 2 Mac doubles and a chicken sandwich or something, like a junior chicken or something. And I look in the bag and there was no McDouble. It's like freaking out about it. So I went in to talk to the manager, and they said, well, you took my McDouble. So then he called 911 to report the theft of his burger, or the fact that the manager wouldn't fix the problem for him. Yeah.
What are they, like $1.70?
But anyway, they interview this guy, and he's wearing a suit, and he's like...
Are you kidding me? He's wearing a suit's not going to save him.
No.
You can't fix that kind of profoundly stupid.
So they arrested him for misuse of an emergency line. So, yeah.
Well, that'll learn you.
So he complained to the manager. The manager did nothing, and he called 911. Now, he can complain directly to his jail cell guards if the grub is not up to par.
It's funny. If somebody at McDonald's gave me one less burger, I would probably thank them.
Yeah, you're looking out for me, man.
Yeah, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, you got my back, I can tell.
My back, which isn't massive because I don't eat McDonald's all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, why we are fatties. McD. So, what are we talking about?
Emily, where are you?
I know. Oh, and I want to talk about this guy.
Oh, I love this article.
This is the best. It's super short. We can read the whole thing.
Well, I mean, it's basically not much of a story. It's summed up in the headline.
Yeah. The headline is Burglar left bruised and beaten. Left bruised and bleeding by retired boxer.
Awesome.
So,
and that's it.
Oh yeah, I'm going to read the story because it's super short. Frank Cordy, 72, who served in the Royal Engineers in North Africa from 1956 to 58, dodged the knife and punched Gregory McCallum, 23, twice in the face, giving him a black eye and a swollen lip. He then restrained the attacker until police arrived. McCallum, a barman, was given 4.5-year prison sentence at Oxford Crown Court on Monday for aggravated burglary and was told by the judge he had got what he deserved. The court heard Mr. Cordy was at home in Botley, Oxford, which is in England. He was at home with his 72-year-old wife, Margaret, when McCallum, a neighbor, forced his way in at 8 o'clock in the morning, August 19th of last year. McCallum was drunk. Speaking after the case, Mr. Cordy said, I was scared when he first drew the knife, but my old training must have kicked in, because I just punched him as hard as I could, and he went down like a sack of spuds. If you can't defend what's yours, where are we at? McCallum had denied the charge and claimed he could not remember what happened.
So he was absolutely smashed.
He was blackout drunk.
Blackout drunk. And got his ass laid down. He got slept, yo.
I punched him as hard as I could, and he went down like a sack of spuds.
His face looks like my hand. It's awful. But that's great, though. I mean, at 72 years old,
justice
you can still
porn.
Throw a punch like that. Yeah, justice porn. I love it.
So good. I wish there was video of it.
And there's something so English about that entire story. The name of the town. Like, the guy's like, Margaret, I just beat up a...
Call the bubbies!
Margaret, get in the lorry and call the bobbies.
Yeah.
English people. No, but for real, that's it. And went down like a sack of spuds.
Yep.
I gotta quote that guy.
Dude, that's...
You can't defend what's yours. Where are we at? Like,
where are we at?
Where are we at? That is a profoundly philosophical question.
Where are we at?
Where are we at? Think about that, people. Think about that for a second.
Let that sink in. All right. Moving on. That football on your phone commercial is taken off.
Oh.
The one with the Manning brothers. Eli and Peyton Manning rapping.
Oh, no.
And I got to tell you.
Oh, no.
I was like, I don't want to watch this because it was just shared everywhere. And I'm like, this is going to be awful. But then I watched it and I'm like, yeah, that needed to be watched.
I haven't seen it yet.
Really?
I can just imagine it's awful.
It's pretty friggin' epic, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I'll see if I can bring it up here without screwing up the setup we've got going.
I'm very apprehensive about this. You know what? Let's watch it on the break later.
We can do that.
Okay.
We will watch it on the break later. That said, It was very funny, and it's all over the intertubes.
Well, and it's the NFL preseason now, too. People are pretty psyched about that.
Yes, yeah.
I've already seen 2 full NFL games.
I was watching NFL before you got here. As soon as you showed up, I flipped it over to the computer to get ready
since
for this.
Emily's not here, we can't have our cake and eat it, too.
Stupid Emily.
Yes. Shh, she can hear you.
Oh, shit. Oh, poopy face. Well, no, she can't. She's moving stuff, and she has a BlackBerry. She can't watch this crap on her phone.
No, well, I guess we could just edit it out. But now we're making a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
Eh.
What do you know?
Well, and lots going on this weekend and this week in general. I mean, tonight is also the return of Breaking Bad.
Return of the Mac.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited about that.
What time's that on? 10? Or 11?
I'm not exactly sure.
We'll have to check it out.
Yeah. Do you have AMC?
I do.
Oh, God. That's awesome.
And that's happening.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm excited about Breaking Bad coming back. What else is coming back? Or coming out, sorry. Kick-Ass 2.
Yeah. Yeah, Kick-Ass 2 looks fun. I'm glad to see Jim Carrey in an action-y kind of role. I like when Jim Carrey really gets out of his comfort zone.
Yeah. Well, he's willing to do anything.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah.
He
He was the Riddler in Batman.
Which I think he was a pretty good Riddler.
He was a pretty good Riddler, yeah.
I mean, everybody hated Batman Forever, but how do you fuck up a movie with Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey playing the villains? How do you bone that? So good. Tommy Lee Jones killed it in that movie.
Speaking of Tommy Lee Jones being the villain, I was watching... there was a marathon of Seagal movies the other day.
Nice.
Under Siege, where Tommy Lee Jones plays the villain. Yeah, good times. That's good. Such an awfully but yet awesome movie. Like,
he is such a dickbag.
But it's
Steven Seagal. But
Steven Seagal.
I love his movies.
Steven Seagal, Gary Busey, Tommy Lee Jones, and the guy whose name I always forget. He's on Hell on Wheels. He was Chief O'Brien on Star Trek.
Right.
What the
I always
hell's his
forget
name?
his name too. God damn it. He's one of those character actors who's just like...
He can do any role.
He's brilliant in whatever he does, but he's not one of those... He's not a leading man.
Well, he is in Hell on Wheels.
That's true. That's true. And he slays it. I watched all of the first season of Hell on Wheels within, I think, about a week.
I want to talk about this movie coming out. That's something it's near and dear to my heart. It's called Jobs.
Oh, because you're totally all up on Steve Jobs' nutsack.
He's dead. Be respectful. Anyway,
No.
the point is, this movie is coming out, and I'm very excited, but I'm also very confused as to why Ashton Kutcher is playing Steve Jobs.
Because he can?
I don't know. And I'm not saying I know who would make a better Steve Jobs. I'm really apprehensive about...
I think that's probably the best part about the whole movie.
Really?
More or less, yeah. I mean, I respect the guy as an actor. As a celebrity in general. Sure, he's done some stupid shit, but... I feel like he's really kind of poured himself into this particular role. What I'm worried about is the script. I mean, if they're just sucking off his legacy for 2 hours, it's going to be awful. I wonder if they're going to gloss over the chronic masturbation and body odor.
Probably. I can't think.
Probably.
I can't see them making a 2-hour movie about that.
Maybe, maybe I'd like to see them reference the fact that he was an absolute tyrant and people hated him. Only the people who worked for him.
Yeah, but he brought us everything.
We'd have gotten there.
Not like this.
He stole a lot of it. And really, how much? Once the Mac developed, I mean, I feel like they've kind of been stuck as far as innovation goes for the last few years. They're just re-releasing the same product with a new OS, and that's it.
Well, the power of it is all in the software, really. The hardware, they just keep upgrading how long the battery lasts, how fast it is. Because
How many Asian people it takes to make one phone. It's just like throwing coal at a problem. What?
You're a bad person.
I'm not the one who's working people so hard that they threaten to jump off the building.
And some of them aren't just threatening.
Yes, some of them actually have. They've had to put netting around the building. Can you imagine on your lunch break? Oh, I'm gonna go out and jump into the net. You guys want to come? Whee! Oh, and you're following the press,
The press
gang.
gang, yes.
We were there last night with my buddy Dan Haig.
I was not there.
You were not there. I was with Dan.
Yes.
Who was one of our avid listeners. And we had a great time. Man, I've never had oysters like that before. We had baked oysters. Delicious. And I was drinking Wild Turkey. Super classy joint. Great jazz music. I texted you because they were doing a jazz trio cover of I Want You Back by the Jackson 5.
Yeah, I know, I got that text.
I could barely contain my glee. That wasn't a reference to the show. I was really just actually
sitting there
happy
just-
like a little girl. Just humming.
Yeah, I did get that text. And then you showed up at Loose Cannon afterwards.
Yes, Loose Gang. Well, we went to Noble before that. It's good to catch up with Jenner.
Yes. I'm breaking out a video of you.
Oh, yeah. So,
Because-
what was the shot that you had purchased for us?
It was a muff dive.
A muff dive.
But I made him call it a cum shot for you.
Whatever. Taking a shot in the face.
Here's the audio.
I like the look on my face at the beginning of the video.
Oh, the video's actually...
I'm so...
Around the entire outside of this,
bartender
and then
is
suck it back and swallow it with a whole shot glass in your mouth.
I know how to suck dick. Don't you fucking tell him.
Listen,
Just belligerent.
I'm sorry. Like the bartender's explaining how this is all supposed to work. And then this.
Suck dick. Don't you fucking tell him.
Oh.
Don't you fucking tell me.
with a whole shot glass in your mouth.
I know how to suck dick. Don't you fucking tell him. Yep. And inebriated.
It was so funny. Because I leaned over the bar and I was like, what are the two gayest shots that you serve?
Good on you, though.
That's what I said.
I wasn't gonna allow you to get the better of me, though. I figured I'd make a spectacle of it.
Oh, no, and the video is 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
We're going to add it to the Facebook page. Well, I'll put it on YouTube and share it everywhere.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. Yeah, do that. Fine. This is real life, people.
This is what happens when you go out with us. this kind of shit. And poor Dan Haig. Oh, man. In the video, you'll see Dan Haig.
He kind of struggles with it. I don't think he's ever done a no-handed shot before.
It was so funny.
Not easy.
He was watching you do it in, like, absolute awe. And then he was like, wow. And then everybody turned to him and looked at, your turn, buddy.
Yeah.
And he's like, shit, I should have watched closer. I should have paid more attention to what he did.
He pulled it off, though.
Then somewhere in
It's
there,
really-
Stephanie's in the background yelling.
I have no shame left anymore, he says. Dan is actively listening.
It was so good.
Oh, and Emily is watching. I told you you shouldn't have said those awful things about her.
I Oops.
Look
It
at
is
that.
what it is.
All our favorite people are here.
Yeah.
I'm very happy. That makes me happy.
I want to do a bunch of things, but no, just that. Okay,
That's fine. That's good.
it's all good.
I'm really going to be glad when I have the use of my right hand back again.
Yeah. Poke.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh man, last night was one of those nights.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
It totally was.
I bumped into my friend Lindsay somewhere along the avenue. I think she was standing in front of Freeman's. It was on our way out and we were getting food. And I was just drunk.
Yeah. I ended up at the ale house after Loose Cannon.
Oh my dear God, why?
I just was what happened. It was open, I guess.
Because it was there.
Yeah, more or less. It was like that or Cheers. Like, what do you do? So ended up.
What do you do? Where are we at, Adam?
Where are we at?
Where are we at?
If you can't get drunk where you want, where are we at? What you talking about, Willis? I don't understand what she's confused about.
I'm not sure.
I don't get what you don't get. Okay, never mind.
Maybe she's trying to make a Jackson 5 joke and just being racist. Because he wasn't one of the Jacksons. Although Gary Coleman in the Jackson 5 would be sweet. Biopic anybody? Oh wait, he's dead. I guess he'd be really good at playing Michael Jackson then.
I'm Gary Coleman from TV's Different Strokes. Made a lot of money that got stolen by my folks. Avenue Q?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. You're just looking at me like I'm retarded.
Yeah. More or less.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe that is a thing.
Although I will admit that's probably one of the better musicals I've ever seen. Not a big fan of musicals in general, and by not a fan, I mean I actively hate them.
Yeah, I can't blame you.
I seek them out and try and destroy them.
So,
all the time.
We're going to do This Day in History.
Ooh, can I start?
Yes.
Well, it's a big milestone today. It's Gus's birthday.
The
91-year-old tortoise.
They're guessing at 91, but it is his birthday today.
It is his birthday, and they're celebrating. Go down there at 2:30 p.m. to the Natural History Museum and say hi. They probably have a very festive balloon tied to him, so you can find him easily. And if you've never been to the Natural History Museum, I highly recommend it anyway. Lovely place to do mushrooms.
Okay.
Just kidding. Just
out.
kidding. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
So, This Day in History. The first successful silver mill in America began operations in Virginia City, Nevada. That's fun. Not really.
Harvey Hubble received a patent for the electric light bulb socket with a pull chain. Nice. I love those things. Click. Without those, we wouldn't have had time for another good idea, bad idea. Use a little light bulb with the pull chain.
The first ship to use the SOS distress signal off the coast of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, was American. It was the Arapaho?
Yeah, I guess that's
Arapaho?
how you pronounce that.
Arapaho?
Stupid name. In 1924, newsreel pictures were taken of the U.S. presidential candidates for the first time. That's interesting because I feel like all those really fancy paintings of people might have been embellished a little bit. Presidents were probably way uglier back in the day. Alcatraz and San Francisco Bay received federal prisoners for the first time in 1934. Without it, we wouldn't have had a lot of really great movies from the 1950s.
They still used Alcatraz for a bunch of things. There was that whole Escape from Alcatraz television series where it was
The Rock with Sean Connery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And Nicolas Cage.
Shit was awesome.
Speaking of Nicolas Cage, I just rewatched Kick-Ass.
Oh, nice.
Getting ready for the second one. Because it's coming out, what is it, August 16th or something?
Sounds about right.
Friday
Yes.
of next week? Of this week? Coming? Possibly?
In 1945, the Allies informed Japan that they would determine Emperor Hirohito's future status after Japan's surrender. It's funny because I went to see The Wolverine this past week, and that takes place in that same year, right after the bomb drops at Nagasaki. It's where the entire movie actually starts. Not a great movie, by the way. I mean,
What's
okay.
it called?
The Wolverine.
Oh,
You know, the guy with the claws and the punchy things and the excitement.
I was so excited to see that, and everyone's like, it's really underwhelming.
Yeah, it really is. It's just badly written. Well, I mean, but it's not terrible. It's just
it's watchable, but it's not like go out of your way to see this if you.
Well, they set up one scene at the very end. It's kind of a lead into Days of Future Past, where they're going to kind of reconnect the First Class movies and the actual X-Men movies, which is in the comic books a lead up to the Age of Apocalypse and a big dystopian future, huge Avengers style fucking psych fest.
I remember.
Which is great, but I feel like it was just tacked on at the end of the Wolverine, and the rest of the Wolverine was like, who are these people and why do I care in the grand scheme of things? So a bunch of Japanese people get pissed and want to become immortal, and that's really about it. That's all the motivation for the villains.
Wow, that's really disappointing.
Yeah.
But I still will go see it, because I'm stupid, apparently.
Well, you want to go see something, go see Elysium.
And that's on my hit list, man.
Word.
Don't get me wrong.
District 9 was outstanding.
District 9 was fucking fantastic.
Neil Blomkamp deserves bigger budgets because he knows what to do with them. It's not like Michael Bay where you just throw money at shit until the problems become irrelevant. It's good science fiction. It tells a fantastic story.
There's a plot hole over here. Put a bigger explosion in. That doesn't fix the problem. They won't care.
There's a massive plot hole here. Just fill it with money. We're good. Shovel it in there.
Yeah, more or less. Emily just shared a link with us.
The Onion. It's a
video.
Well, yeah. This day in history is like, we fell off around 1950.
The man inside the Nicolas Cage costume.
This is a commercial? Really? Come on.
Yes. Gives you the option to skip when the commercial's over.
Awesome. when the commercial's over.
Nicolas Cage entertains fans around the world.
What are we watching?
The man behind the crazy character has always been a mystery until now. This week, Glenn says the puppeteer who has worn the Nicolas Cage costume for almost 3 decades released a book about his incredible job called Life Inside the Cage. I was lucky enough to sit down with
That is so awesome.
Brilliant title.
That's a little, yeah. For those of you that can't hear what we're watching, it's a video. It's
Just post it.
Yeah, I'll have to post it to the Facebook page.
Now Emily's not here, and not only she's not here, she's distracting us.
I know, Emily. You gotta fucking keep us on point.
Even when you're not here, you need to babysit.
First major baseball game to be televised in color was broadcast in 1951 on this day. The Brooklyn Dodgers defeated the Boston Braves 8-1.
Coincidentally enough, first time people got outraged that there were black players. I'm just kidding. Color TVs, bad joke, move on.
Okay. 7 years of fighting came to an end in Indochina. I almost said Indonesia, because I'm stupid.
You would have been incorrect.
A formal peace was in place for the French and the communist Viet Minh.
I don't know if I could care about that any less. It'd be very hard.
Yeah. What else is going on this day?
The U.S. vetoed the proposed admission of North and South Vietnam to the United Nations. That's a dick move.
What?
Security Council had already refused to consider South Korea's application. What? It said North and South Vietnam. I guess we're... What? So, long story short, the UN are dicks.
U.S. President Ronald Reagan was preparing for his weekly radio broadcast when, during testing of the microphone, the president said of the Soviet Union, "My fellow Americans, I'm pleased to tell you that I just signed legislation that would outlaw Russia forever. We begin bombing in 5 minutes."
That could have very likely caused an international incident. What the fuck?
I don't think he
realized the mic was on?
Well, he didn't realize it was broadcasting.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, ha ha ha. Jokes.
Let's bomb Russia.
Yeah, hilarious.
Yeah, also in 1984, Carl Lewis won his 4th gold medal in the 1984 Summer Olympics.
I don't know who that is.
Carl Lewis? He's a runner.
Oh. Is he black?
Yes, he's black.
Called it.
You. I just. You know what? Never mind. You're retarded. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench.
Johnny Bench called.
In 1984, the Cincinnati Reds honored Major League All-Star and Hall of Fame catcher Johnny Bench by retiring his uniform number 5. And for those of you who don't get that joke, it's from the first episode of Archer.
It's from many episodes of Archer. But yes.
Well, it's they
call
refer
back
to him twice in the first episode, and then they call back to it later in reference to Lana instead of Mallory, I think. But I had to Google Johnny Bench. I was like, what is that joke, and what does it mean?
He's a back catcher famous for having gigantic hands.
Gigantic leathery hands. Yeah, that's the joke.
Yeah,
Man.
Johnny Bench calls.
Archer.
He wants his hand back. The Space Shuttle Atlantis ended its 9-day journey by landing safely in 1991.
Sweet.
That's kind
That
of
was in 91?
Yeah.
And since 91, we've actually created space shuttles that we are learning to basically launch and then have them settle right back down. So instead of crashing back into Earth and wasting hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of dollars, we have reusable rockets that can land. How cool is that?
Yeah, that way there's not all that space junk floating around.
Precisely. And it's going to make space travel, trips to bring supplies up to international space stations and so on and so forth, very, very cheap, which is very, very important because we should be scoping out other planets because we're fucking this one up.
We totally are.
Yup. Mission to Mars.
Yeah.
Get Ice Cube on board.
By and large, man,
We're going.
the Wall-E world is coming. Like, that world that Wall-E built, like, by and large.
Oh, the second we've got floating chairs, I mean...
Well, speaking of which, in Bloomington, Minnesota, the Mall of America opened. It was the largest shopping mall in the United States in 1992. That was this day.
I wonder how many more between 92 and now have cropped up that are way bigger than the Mall of America.
Yeah, I wonder, what is the biggest mall in the U.S.? Because the West Edmonton Mall is the biggest mall in the world, isn't it?
I believe that's true.
Isn't that?
Could be wrong. Emily, get on it.
Yeah, Emily, come on. Where you at? Anyway, so the U.S. federal jury awarded $286.8 million to about 10,000 commercial fishermen for losses as a result of the Exxon Valdez oil spill.
To put that into perspective, that's probably about 6 hours worth of profits for that company.
Well, here's the thing. The spill was in 1989, and that happened, like...
Yeah, they got their settlement in 1994.
94, that's 5 fucking years later.
So, counting for inflation, that was probably about 4 hours worth. Crazy. All nuclear tests... all U.S. nuclear tests were banned by President Clinton. Fuck yeah, Clinton.
Clinton, man, every time you turn around, you realize, oh, wow, he did something else that wasn't really impressive.
Oh, and made the first use of the item line veto approved by Congress, rejecting 3 items in spending and tax bills. So Clinton just started putting the hammer down, which is something I feel like Obama could be taking notes about, you know? Vetoing all those assholes in Congress who just have everything at a standstill. Like, you know what? No, I'm gonna do this anyway. You all lose your privileges. You're done.
1998, British Petroleum,
BP,
also BP, became number 3 among oil companies with the $49 billion purchase of Amoco. It was the largest foreign takeover of a U.S. company.
And look where that got them.
Got them in the Gulf.
Yep. Big enough to completely avoid destroying one of the largest parts of the ecosystem of any unnatural disaster ever.
In 2002, U.S. Airways announced that it had filed for bankruptcy. I remember that being a big deal because they literally did it in the middle of service. So there were people that were like trying to get on planes, and the planes were like, "We're not going anywhere.
We're chilling."
Yeah, we're in the middle of the Dominican Republic.
Fuck.
Like, good luck.
Oh, I didn't know this. In 2002, Jason Priestley crashed his car during practice for a race in the Infinity Pro Series. He suffered a spinal fracture, a moderate concussion, a broken nose, facial lacerations, and broken bones in both feet. And now he's in Halifax shooting a TV show.
The largest mall in the world is the Dubai Mall.
That doesn't surprise me.
The West Edmonton Wall, West Edmonton, I'm assuming she meant mall, not wall, is the 13th in the world, and the Mall of America is 19th.
Yeah, see, so, I mean, we just keep spending money. Like, frivolous bullshit? Yeah, let's make it one of the biggest man-made structures in the world.
Yeah, thanks to Emily for looking that up, by the way.
Yeah, she's so helpful even when she's not here.
I know. Hey, Emily, is the sound okay? Can you hear us?
Please stop talking like that.
Okay.
Please stop talking that way.
All right. Well, we've been talking for about 35 minutes, so why don't we take a quick break, and then we'll come back.
We'll see everybody.
Okay, we'll see you in a minute. You just take a chill pill, and we'll be fine.
Okay. I'm gonna have to heavily edit this. We're pretty much both retarded.
Shut up. I don't care.
I will throw up on you.
God damn it. Emily, we need you.
I'm Mike.
I'm Rick.
I'm Geddes.
And I'm Chris.
We are 7 Mile Stare, and you are listening to
It's on Halifax.
I love those guys.
Oasis, epic sports pub, where you don't have to spend a lot to get a lot. You want your special day to be just right, right? Well, so did I. I called Maladjusted Media, and all the little details took care of themselves. An audio-video setup, photographer, and even a videographer, all working as a team to capture the memories I cared about. Oh, and I saved a bundle by getting them all in the same place. You should try it.
Visit us online, maladjustedmedia.ca.
Hi, I'm Dan Soller from My Living Will. You're listening to It's On Halifax.
Yeah. Don't judge me.
Yay.
You putting on your judgy face?
I judge you all the time.
You are judging my face. Oh, do you want to watch that?
Yes, that rap thing?
You haven't seen it?
No. It's 2.5 minutes.
It's a whole song.
Yeah, with DirecTV NFL Sunday Ticket Max, you can watch every game every Sunday afternoon on any device, like your computer, tablet, or phone. Football on your phone? Football on your phone.
It's so good.
It's football on your phone, that's what I said. It's football on your phone, you can watch it in bed. Take it with you wherever you go. Show your friends and watch them all go home. Yeah. It's football on your phone, so now's your chance to have football on your phone and football in your pants. Look at the sky.
Football in your pants.
Your phone ain't for calling, your phone's for footballing.
Look at this guy using his phone as a phone.
Let me ask you a question. What do you get when a football gets down with your phone? Football on your phone. If you take it out of small, football on your phone. You're sitting on your throne. Football on your phone. You're buttering that skull. Football on your phone. It's like I spilled milk all over your blouse by accident or on purpose. It's like the milk is like football and your blouse is the phone.
That's actually their dad.
Alexander Graham Bell would say if he saw you watching football on your phone. Who cares? Dude's dead.
It's my great-great-great-great-grandfather, Alexander Graham Bell. I love that. This here.
That's gonna become a thing, isn't it?
It's totally going to be a thing.
Yeah.
He's just rubbing his phone on the football.
Get NFL Sunday tickets. Only
Oh,
on
man.
TV. Uh-huh.
Right? Right? So good.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah.
That's going to be a thing now. This.
I feel like my brain is leaking out of my ear.
Oh, good times.
Oh dear.
I need a glass of water.
That was fun.
Right?
Yeah, that was good. Are you still recording?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's how this works.
Okay.
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 He's good.
He's good. Football on your
Stop.
phone.
Don't.
Sorry. Football.
Stop.
Your phone.
Stop. You're still doing it.
Oh, really? What's your point?
Yeah. It's not becoming a thing. Don't make it a thing.
No, I'm not making it a thing. It's just a thing.
No, you're helping it become a thing.
Oh, Dan Hegg. The video is so good. Do you want to see the whole thing?
No.
No.
No, I don't.
So you wrap your lips around the entire
Skip to the drink.
side of this, and then suck it back and swallow it with a
Wait,
shot glass
wait.
in your mouth. I know how to suck dick. Don't you fucking tell me. Hey, listen, you gotta back that up now. You gotta back that up now.
He was such a good sport about it. I just straight up told the bartender to fuck off.
I don't know how to suck
Don't you
dick.
fucking tell me. You gotta back that up now? Yeah. Just weak.
So good.
Oh, man.
Get football on your phone.
Yeah, kill you. Kill you dead.
Football on your phone. So good. Alright. Fix all that in post.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Fix it in post. Pretty sure you can't make us any less simple in post.
Squirt. Squirt, squirt, squirt. Squirtle, squirtle, squirt, squirt. Hardcore squirt. Pokemon. Squirt, squirt, squirt. Hardcore squirt. Synchronized squirt. Pardon me.
No.
Well, then I'll just.
No. Fuck.
Look what you did. Did you fart?
No.
Liar. Oh, you're an asshole.
It's opposite day. No, I'm pretty sure I just smell like a hobo. Pretty much been living the life of a tramp for the last 3 days.
A tramp?
Tramp, yes.
You've been sleeping at other people's houses and.
No, mostly just outside.
Alrighty then.
Hanging out at the the railroad tracks.
Are you ready for this?
Where are we at, Adam?
Where are
If
we
we're
at?
not ready for this, where are we at?
And we're back. Yeah.
We had quite the fun break. We watched Adam's little video, which you can find on the It's on Halifax Facebook page. The Manning brothers of NFL fame doing one of the most I don't know what to think about it. It was so bad that I face-palmed almost the entire video, but it just got more and more funny as time went on.
Yep. Exactly.
It just got so absurd. And I feel like that's to their credit. Those guys seem like they've got a sense of humor. So good on them.
Definitely. They're definitely, they're all over, like, they take themselves less seriously than
most football fans.
Yeah, exactly. That's when celebrities can do that and take a lot less. They just don't put a pressure on themselves. Like it's nice to see. It's fun. It's good for the fans. It's good for the game.
Because it's easy to have a big ego if you're one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yes, that is true. What else are we going to talk about this week? Yeah.
I don't know. My week has been a write-off ever since I shattered my knuckles.
Yeah.
I've just been like, fuck this whole week. I threw my one hand up in the air and then stormed
I
off.
wash my hands very gently of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gonna get back on back into the swing of things this week, I hope. Lots of editing to do. I've been working really hard on the bottom now. So there should be an edit of that out pretty soon. This is the first time I've actually put the two scenes that we shot on separate days together. And it works. Man, it works.
Does it?
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it now.
It twerks.
Oh.
Yeah. Booty clapping. Just gonna say it right now. The show that I wrote and directed is booty clapping.
It's booty
clapping.
You just that's a thing. You just said that.
So what? Are you really going to the chive during the recording of our podcast?
There's a picture I want to bring up because you mentioned the word twerking, and there was a GIF image I saw.
Gonna storm off. Had enough of you and your chive shit.
The chive's awesome. Shut up.
Yeah, you keep telling me that. Miss Redneck America? Alright, maybe I can get on board.
There, it's in this one somewhere.
I'm just really glad now I know where the whole keep calm and whatever the fuck on came from. Because I was getting really frustrated at seeing it everywhere.
Yeah. Well, it's...
Wait, did Sesame Street make an airplane reference?
Yes.
Please, go back up. What is it?
Sir, it's the Pentagon. The Pentagon? Well, what is it? It's a shape with 5 sides and 5 angles, but that's not important right now.
Oh, so many bonus points for Sesame Street right now, as if they're not great enough.
Where is this stupid thing? It's so funny.
It's like Reddit if every third picture was a hot chick.
Yep.
Which I guess not all that bad.
Also, Bill Murray.
Yeah, the world needs more Bill Murray with mutton chops. Holy Jesus.
Wearing a shirt
My head
that
just
says
almost
Bill
imploded.
Murray.
I feel like if I were a celebrity, I would definitely wear a shirt with my own face on it.
What?
I feel like I should do that right now. I want to get a shirt of me wearing a shirt with my face on it.
There it is. There it is.
As a cat twerking. No, that's it. I gotta leave. We're done. I'm done.
And that's how I broke the internet. Pat, come back.
I can't be able to do.
That's a
Video of a cat twerking. And thank you, internet. It's been fun.
the only thing that I've ever seen that's better than that, that's like more like, wow, the internet is over, was It was a picture of a stormtrooper unicycling down the road with an umbrella reading a book.
Well, that is strange. Have you ever had one of those moments, everybody, where you just kind of you feel like you've reached the end of the internet, and you turn and look inwardly and say, "What have I been doing this whole time?" Find that point again and post it on our Facebook page. Let us know when you had a stark realization that you spend way too much goddamn time on the internet. Going to jail, yard sale. Gage and Height Street.
Coke 50 cents.
I wonder if they mean cola.
I think they want people to show up and ask. Canadian. See the GC action plan? Little white school, and there's a black guy in front of it going, what the fuck?
And really? So this is the chive?
Well, yeah. Anyway, well, I will show you more about the chive. I only came here for the twerking cat picture.
And I thank you for that. I don't. I really don't. I mean, what? I don't know what I just saw, but my whole day is ruined.
Nothing will feel right
Exactly.
for the rest of the day. Food will taste funny.
Everywhere I look, I just see a cat twerking in the corner of my eye.
Yeah.
Did you guys see what that cat just did? You're like, what cat?
What cat?
Nothing. What? Nothing. Just
The Cheshire cat. Only you can see it.
Okay, now I need somebody to animate the Cheshire cat twerking.
Speaking of the Cheshire cat, that's one of my favorite quotes of all time. Is the from Alice in Wonderland when Alice is complaining about being lost, and she doesn't. I don't know what path to take, and then the Cheshire cat asks, "Well, where do you want to go?" And she said, "I don't know." And then the Cheshire cat says, "Then it doesn't matter."
Man, that's intense.
It's super deep. It's one of the. Oh, we're getting a moving on.
Ah, thank you. But I mean, it really goes back to where are we at, Adam? Where are we at?
Where are we at?
The big philosophical question of our time.
Where are we at? I mean, I don't even know how to finish today.
I don't even know. It's like we just gave up.
Hey, no, I'm done.
I'm going to bed at 4 o'clock this afternoon.
No, do you have anything else you want to talk about? Because I'm done. The internet.
Do I have anything else? We just watched a cat twerking. I don't really know if there's much more to be said. I feel like sitting on a patio somewhere and maybe...
My hangover's almost gone now.
Almost? Well, you know what that means. You're obviously not drunk enough.
Well, I was... mixing liquors. Like, that's the one downside to Noble, is that I mix my liquors.
Yeah, Jenner made me this awesome drink called a post-sunset. Basically a variation on a tequila sunrise. It was a mixed drink, a cocktail, but it had so much tequila in it. Why would I do that? Like, sometimes when I asked Jenner to just make me something that he felt really proud of, or like, tell me a story behind this drink, to relate to me a story about the internationals, and I'm listening to this story, drinking my little thing, and then 45 minutes later I'm face deep in a glass full of whipped cream, asking myself some really heavy questions.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. No, I have to put that whole video on our website.
Yes, and I will only be slightly shamed, so please don't judge me, people.
I also love how Dan Haig was there and was just like, oh, fuck. Like,
Dan Haig never really gets to... Well, I mean, he cuts loose from time to time, but he's supposed to be the responsible one. Dan, what did you do?
I know.
No, we had a great time. The press gang was very interesting. Met some great folks there as well. He's going to be doing a lot of the social media stuff for him, so whenever we see the press gang tweet, that's likely our friend Dan.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Also, Emily just commented on our Alice in Wonderland conversation. She said, Alice in Wonderland is what happens when you take drugs and try to write a children's book. Somehow that equals profundity.
He never actually took drugs, but it's funny that she should mention that because Originally, Lewis Carroll made Alice in Wonderland to impress an underage girl that he was trying to sleep with. 14 years old.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, so it's
I don't know even what to say to
way
that.
worse than actually doing drugs. Dr. Seuss, also not on drugs.
Yeah, but Dr. Seuss, that's a different thing.
It really is.
Yeah.
But yeah, you look it up. He even named the main character Alice after this girl, this little girl.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
And creepy.
You pederast.
That's creepy. Yep.
And
Creepy.
you know, it's the little things. It's the little things I know.
It's the little things.
Really changes your perspective.
Yeah. Anyway.
And everyone was worried about Michael Jackson. Come on. Yeah, we're done for the day.
Yeah, we're done. Well, this is going to be a very short episode this week. Man, my brain is fried. I'm hungover as shit.
Emily's not here.
Emily's not here to keep us on task. Actually, she's busy distracting us on Twitter, sending us random videos and shit.
But we did have a wonderful week and a wonderful time. Follow the Press Gang on Twitter. Check out their social media stuff and drop down. Try some of the oysters. They have one of the best selections of fine liquor I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, that's more or less my big endorsement for the week. Since it's one of the few places in the city I've never been to before yesterday. Big thanks to Dan for bringing me as well.
Yeah, it's awesome. I went there once and I was like, this is too fancy for what I'm doing tonight, so I had to leave. I would have felt bad had I stayed.
Well, and that's why I put on my fancy duds. I was like, we'll go there first, and then we'll move on from there. And then that's kind of what we did.
And your attire was perfect for Noble too.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I know how to dress when I want to.
I showed up in jeans and a chive shirt.
I clean up good when I want to.
Yeah.
Generally, I just don't want to.
We're gonna have to get you on the chive. It's not what you think it is.
I know what it is. It's the internet.
Yeah, kind of.
And without the internet, we wouldn't be here with you lovely people. Thank you again for listening.
Thank you for watching.
And
listening. Watching, listening. Wait. Yeah. Thank you if you're live, you're watching. If you're not live, you're listening. Shut up, Adam. All right. I don't know why I keep talking, but I do. Well, it's been fun, folks. Gotta go. Oh, right. I gotta do stuff because Emily's not here to do the thing that I have to do now.
Well, get on it. Get to it.
Shut up. I will fucking...
Do it better.
Bye, everybody.
Turn down the suck.
Son of a...
Fix it in post.
This episode of It's On Halifax was brought to you by Maladjusted Media and Oasis on Spring Garden Road.
No, it's only loud here.
Oh, good.
Also, we talked over the whole thing because I didn't mute the mic. God damn it! Goodbye!